Hey Bengals, it's Rahama Bakele.
And Melanie Lacona.
Malik Jangha.
And today we're talking about Valentine's Day and Valentine's Day culture.
Okay, now what?
We could just dive right into it at this point. We can be like,
You can see that. Take it
yeah, we
off
could
the
just
table.
dive right into it. We could just be like, so what is expected, like?
All right, so boom, right? All right, so boom, like. Wait, hold on, how much say it? Already. All right, so boom. Like gift giving on Valentine's Day, obviously, it's kind of like mandatory now if you're in a relationship. So, what do you guys think should be given in a relationship, like gift wise?
I think that Valentine's Day isn't like as big of a holiday, like gift giving wise, like as Christmas or like someone's birthday, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think you should go out like 100%, but something that shows like you put effort and like you thought about the person while you were like getting it
So
or
what's
making
an example?
it. A trend that I've liked, like currently, like Valentine's Day, are like I don't know what they call. I know for Halloween they were like boo baskets. Christmas it was like burr baskets.
Yeah.
I think it was bay baskets for Valentine's.
Probably.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that because it takes like what's going on right now, like gives it a theme, and like you just get like a bunch of like mini gifts, I guess, put it into a basket, and like it all looks like really cute. I feel like it's like on theme, and it also like it shows that you put effort because you went through like the trouble to get all these different things to put it in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's an example.
Yeah. What about you, Malik?
You know, me personally, like on Valentine's Day, I feel like you really gotta spoil your partner. Obviously, you know. I mean, it depends on how long y'all been dating. If y'all just started dating, like maybe you tone it down a little bit. But like if y'all been together for a while, on Valentine's Day, like you really gotta like go all out. So I feel like Valentine's Day also like with gifts, like it doesn't have to be just like, oh, I bought you this here. Like it could be like an experience. You know, like you could go and drive and go get your favorite items from different fast food restaurants. Like that's kind of sweet. I don't know, something like that is just thoughtful and it's not generic.
Like picnics.
Yeah, somewhere is like, you know, where like it shows y'all's bond. But if it's just like, I got you chocolates and a rose, like what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
so
basic.
like, are we putting a budget on?
No, there should be no budget on it.
No budget?
No, but
So,
that don't mean you spending $1,000. It's for your financial situation, obviously. But if you're a billionaire and you only spend $50 on your girl or your guy compared to if you're a high schooler, like it's two different things.
yeah,
you know? So,
that's true. Yeah.
I mean,
So I mean, what like, when do you feel like is like the start of like, I don't know how to explain it, because you said that like it depends on how long y'all have been dating.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, when does it get to the point where like you can give them like
Jewelry.
big expensive?
Well, everyone's different, obviously, and every relationship is different, right? But in my eyes, like if you are dating less than a month or maybe even 2 months, then the gift shouldn't be as expensive or like drawn out compared to if y'all been together for like a year. Like you know each other way more than like 2 months or a month, whatever. But like I said, like some people bond closer or quicker, I guess. Some people get love bombed, and then you know. So it just depends on the relationship, obviously. But if y'all are really close, like especially if y'all made each other's family, like I don't think there should be no budget, like really. But like if y'all just started dating, kind of, you're just starting to figure things out. You know, don't spend that much.
What do you think?
I think honestly, I also like kind of agree with like it doesn't have to be super lavish, but it can't be like just like here you go type thing. But I also feel like what symbolizes like the here you go type of thing would be flowers, like particularly roses, because
controversial.
because like I just feel like there's like a bunch of different ways to like, you know, you can get someone flowers anytime, and I just feel like, you know, it's great for when you're starting out in a relationship, you know, you're getting to know the person, it's like safety, like a safety net to fall back on. But I just feel like, you know, you could do more than flowers, because also they're getting like really expensive nowadays.
Yeah,
so.
Flowers are expensive.
Yeah. So I mean, as like, I guess like as a starting out gift, what would you give someone?
Starting out, I mean,
like you just started dating. Like, okay, let's say you started dating in January. Next month, February, Valentine's Day. What are you getting that person? And are you even getting anything? Because I know some people that are like, you know, oh, we just started dating. Like, it's not that important. It's not that serious. But like, you know, I don't know. So, what do you think?
I think if you only dated for a month. I mean, it depends on how long you talk before that. But if you only dated for a month, like, me personally, I'll write a letter. I would get some flowers, some chocolate, and call it a day. Like, that's just what I'm doing. But you know, it depends on the relationship, obviously. But yeah.
I think I feel like Valentine's Day, like if you're starting out as like a new couple, sometimes I feel like it's a defining moment on how you see each other, like. Because I feel like sometimes most couples don't.
Go ahead.
Some couples, like, they don't get, like, they, like, get one person something, but the other person doesn't receive anything. Yeah. So then it's like, are you both on the same page with it?
Yeah, I feel like things like that kind of, like, show where each of you are. Mm-hmm. And even if it's, like, oh, you didn't think about it, whatever type thing, I don't know. I don't want to, like, read too much into it. Mm-hmm. And, like, if that happened to me, like, if I got someone something and then they didn't get me anything, I think I would just, like, if we were just starting out, especially, I think I would be confused on, like, okay, what is both of our plans here? Yeah. Because buying someone something doesn't essentially mean, like, okay, now we're going to get married and we're going to, you know, but it does show, like, that you have some sort of appreciation towards them. And especially on, like, Valentine's Day, a day of love or whatever, not getting anything back in return kind of just, I feel like it would leave a big, like, question mark in your head.
Yeah, that's messed up if you don't get anything back. Or if you don't, like, if you give something and they don't give anything back, like, you got to re-question, like, what you even are. Like, you might just be good friends. So, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like as a starting out gift, I feel like I would probably get someone, like, you know, chocolates. Maybe, like what Malik said, maybe even write them, like, a little letter, a little note, like, you know, can't wait to see what the future has in store for, you know, just something to look forward to the future. Yeah. Because if it's just starting out, like, I mean, there's not really much you can say about the relationship right now. Like, oh my God, I love you so much. We've been together for so long, you know. So I feel like then that's when you got to keep looking into the future, like what the future has in
So,
store.
like, if the future, like, let's say, like, they've been dating for years now, you know, how, like, does the expectation, do you guys think, would your expectations, like, rise, like, with, like, the level of gifts and, like, thought and sentiment into it? Or, like, what is, like, now that you and your partner have been together for so long, do you expect them to, like, not go all out, but to at least, rather than it being, like, expensive, being, like, sentimental, like, with value?
I think so, because I shouldn't, like, be getting the same thing that you got me at, like, 2 months than, like, 5 years. You know?
For sure.
I feel like there's, like, a difference in time, especially because it's, like, we're dating 2 months, you know, we haven't been through that much as a couple versus being together for 5 years. I feel like you have a lot of experience under your belt, and it's just, like, I don't know, it feels like kind of without thought if you just give someone, like, chocolates at 5 years, you know? Or, I don't know, it doesn't have to be very, like, extravagant and, like, oh my God, you did it. But something that, like, shows, like, I love you, I'm appreciating you, like, we've been together for so long, this is, like, how I want to, like, acknowledge that, you know?
I would say I agree to, like, a certain extent. I feel like when you together, like, for example, like, my parents, like, for Valentine's Day, like, they don't usually give each other, like, something that crazy. I think my dad actually bought my mom just chocolates. And my mom bought my dad a cake that he liked, like, 2 weeks ago. But it's, like, kind of like, what?
I'm sorry, no, but, like, sorry, continue.
No, but the thing is, I asked my dad about it. I was like, why you just give her chocolates? Like, that's kind of messed up. And he was like, we've been together for so long that it's like, we don't need to have, like, a big show of, like, oh, I bought you 1,000 roses and I'm taking you to Cancun or whatever to show that you love each other, kind of, you know. Yeah. But they've been together for a long time as well. So I think it just progresses as the relationship goes.
Yeah, I feel like your mom got your dad a cake that he really enjoyed. So I think that, like, that's with sentiment, you know, over the years. That's what you build.
For sure.
Yeah. Since we're on the topic, what about in recent years, like, have you guys noticed that family, like, you give more gifts to family members than you do to, like, actual, like, lovers or, like, friends, like, with friendships?
I don't give gifts to my family members.
I mean, I don't either, but
like, you know what I mean?
I feel like I get what you're trying to say, because, like, for an example, like, my dad texted me, like, Happy Valentine's Day yesterday, and, like, you know, I feel like I talked about it more with my family than I did with, like, my friends, if that makes sense. Like, our Valentine's Day, like, me and my friends' Valentine's Day was just, like, hey, today's Valentine's Day. Like, it wasn't, like, anything that, like, oh my god, and what did you get? And, oh, what are you gonna do? Like,
or no, like, giving each other gifts. Like people recently, like Galentine's Day. Like, have you heard of, like, that?
Yeah. I mean, Galentine's Day is basically, like, well, I mean, you're a guy, so, like...
Yeah, we don't do that.
Galentine's Day is kind of just, like, a bunch of, like, you know, girlfriends just hanging out, celebrating Valentine's Day.
Gifts. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Anyways, forget all this. Like, forget all this gift giving. Let's talk about if you a senior. Imagine yourself as a senior, right? And, you know, you have a long-time partner. You about to go to different colleges. Let's say around the, like, one's in California and one's in Maryland, right?
Okay, yeah.
What are y'all opinions on that?
I feel like there's a lot that goes into, like, a decision like that, because it's like, okay, say you already got accepted. I mean, if you already got accepted into 2 different schools, you guys have probably already had the conversation, but say you haven't, I feel like things like family and like how long you guys have been together, how you guys feel about each other, what your guys' plans are for the future, like when college is done. I feel like all that and more goes into that conversation, because I feel like, let's say you guys have known each other since, like, childhood, you know, you were, like, next door neighbors, your parents know each other, and then later on you guys started dating. You guys have been, like, together for forever. You've known each other for forever. Now you're going to different schools. I feel like that's something that you got to take into account. Like, you know, you've had that bond with that person for forever, and is long distance going to be something that you let kind of, you know, end that relationship or whatever? I mean, I feel like people, let's say, like, that couple, they've been together forever, and then the just met 2 weeks ago, just started dating, you know? I feel like those are 2 different situations, because a couple that just started dating, I mean, you don't know if they're going to last till, like, next month, let alone until, until, like, the end of college, you know? So I feel like there's more, like, I don't know, I feel like a relationship like that would be more, like, carefree, like, let's just see where this goes. But a relationship where the 2 people have been together forever, I feel like that is kind of where it's kind of, like, nerve-wracking, you know, like, what are we doing, what's the plan?
Yeah, I think that I feel like long-distance relationships and, like, with seniors, I feel like they can work if there's trust, you know what I mean? I feel like you have to, like, really trust your partner to be like, okay, we're still together, even though we might be far apart, but we are still in love. Yeah. I feel like. Malik?
You know, I feel like really, I thought a lot about this. I think that if you're in a long-term relationship, like, if you've been in a relationship for years, like, then I think it's valid to still be together, even if you live far apart. Because, like Melanie said, like, if you've been together for a while compared to recently, like, your like, relationship has been tested, kind of, you know? So, like, if you've been in a relationship for years, you've gone through the ups and downs, you know each other way better than if you've been new for, like, 4 months. I think that it's good to keep going even if you're long distance. But if you only dated for, like, 6 months or less, like, you really gotta think about, like, college is, like, a whole new experience. And I feel like if you are dating someone that goes to California or wherever, and you getting cheated on, you don't even know, like, that's crazy. Like, me personally, I can never be in that situation. But I feel like if you're going through that, then you just waste is not the right word, but you just spent a lot of your college years trying to love someone that doesn't even really care about you. Because someone cheating on you, they don't really care about you. Yeah. So I feel like you have to look at your relationship and see if it can really last long distance. Not everyone's built for long distance, you know. So I mean, college, you come home depending, like, on your situation, like 3-4 times a year, and then you have the whole summer. But I feel like shorter term, you should just break up. Like, real talk.
So on that topic of, like, long distance, other than, like, you know, cheating or whatever, what else do you think would be, like, a worry that a couple would have if they're doing long distance?
like finding something also to like relate to, like having the ability to like connect with them again. Because when you go to college, like away to college, I feel like you grow as a person, and then when you reconnect, you might not click the way you guys used to.
Yeah.
So then I feel like it's like you guys like have grown separately now. I feel like if they were to stay, though they were like to stay together, I feel like they would have a hard time like trying to reconnect and realign themselves and like work their relationship out as people who have changed.
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, when you're with someone for so long, like, you know, physically as well, like, you know, you live close to each other, you know, you go to the same school, like, I feel like it's easier to find things that, like, you relate to and that you find, like, is, like, a topic of interest between you two. But when you're on, like, let's say other sides of the country, you know, going to school, I mean, the experiences you have aren't going to be, like, that similar, you know? And so, like, trying to talk about it or like talk about like a certain topic, and then the person you always talk to about it doesn't, like, they're confused. They're like, oh, you know, I don't know, I haven't done that, gone through that, you know. Then I feel like it might be different and kind of be like sort of like a buffer in the relationship. It's kind of like, okay, what now?
Yeah, it's probably easy to lose like that connection if you've been away for so long, and you know, and just wasted your life. I mean, that's tough. But hey, I mean, I feel like a lot of people can make it through, but it's definitely gonna be weird. Like if you haven't seen them in like 5 months, you only see each other like FaceTime. It's kind of weird, but I mean, to each their own. Some people make it work. Yeah, a lot of people don't. So I have friends that were in college, got cheated on. It's tough, you know. I heard a lot of war stories and stuff. Like it's pretty bad and stuff, you know. But that doesn't mean that you can't. You know your partner. So if you don't trust your partner, don't do that. Real talk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, what do you guys like? Say you're in college, right? And you've been with someone, or like, I don't know. Let's say that is done. You had a relationship in high school. You're in college now. What do you see for yourself, like, after college in terms of love? Like if you were in a relationship and it was long distance, would you want to be with that person still? Or like, what do you see for yourself, basically?
I feel like if like I did, wait, hold on, can you repeat it again? I'm sorry.
Do you remember what you asked?
No.
She was saying like,
I was basically,
after college, like what?
Like,
I don't even know what you were saying.
Like, was it like?
No, okay, like after college, in terms of like your love life, where do you want to be? Like, do you? I feel like this would be this. I feel like this is a couple for the question, but I'm trying to like do like parallel type thing. Like we talk about it now, then we talk about it. So like
if like you like they broke up, like going to college, like entering the college scene of love. Is that what you're trying to say?
You're saying after college.
Like, yeah, after college. Like, let's say we have, like, the couple Maria and Conrad, right? And we're, like, asking them, like, okay, if your plan is... Well, I feel like we're going to ask them their plan first, you know, and then be like, okay, like, you know, with your plan right now, what comes after college? Like, do y'all want to get married, have a house, have kids? Like, what do you see for yourself after college in terms of, like, your love life?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like if like we made it through like the 4 years or something, that maybe, I mean, because like right out of college, like you're trying to find a job, you're trying to find housing, and you're trying to put what you've learned for 4 years to use. So I feel like marriage isn't there yet.
Quite in the picture,
yeah. I just feel like there's a lot going on, and then all of a sudden you gotta have like a prenup or something. It's just
No, me personally, I'm getting married at 29 years old.
Wow. I'm sorry. That's actually
not
that age.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
No, I thought you were gonna say something outlandish. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting married at 29, having kids at 33, right?
33?
Yeah. Maybe 32. But when you get married, you need a year or two, like, without
like
kids.
You're gonna have just like one kid and...
No, I'm having kids to have a boy and a girl.
Okay.
So then one of them would have to be born when you're 33.
Nah.
Well, okay.
Our first kid gonna be at 32, 33.
Okay, my thing... Okay, wait.
Another one.
What age are you when you graduate college? Like 20.
22.
Yeah.
22?
Like you're
Yeah.
very young.
Oh.
But if you marrying someone, like, to me, like, marriage is mad serious, because I feel like when you marry someone, like, that's, you're picking your person
I
for
mean,
life.
yeah, you are.
Like, you gotta date someone, you gotta see all their highs, all their lows, move in together for years, you know. Like, I feel like marriage is, like, for me, like, in my head, like, that's like binding. Like, once you marry someone, and if you're struggling, then you should work together to figure out how to fix it.
Yeah.
Like, compared to dating, if you're struggling and you can't fix it, then you just break up, right? But marriage, I feel like you should just work through it. That's just my philosophy there.
I mean, no, that's true, because I feel like dating and being married, I mean, obviously they're two different things, but
Yeah.
I feel like in terms of like how easy it is to get out, it's also two different things,
Yeah.
because you're dating someone, they piss you off, you can just be like, bye.
You block them on all
Like,
platforms, it's over.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But when you're married, it's not that simple.
It's
Like,
like-
you can't just like block someone and now they don't exist. Like, now you
Yeah.
gotta get divorced.
You gotta share
Now you
custody.
gotta pay a bunch of money. Like, no.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Date to well, I'm not gonna say date
No.
to marry, but I'm
Nah.
just gonna say if you get married, know the person that you're getting married
Yeah.
to.
yeah,
and
know
don't-
their family too.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Since we're on the topic, how young or like how old is too old to date to marry?
What
What do you mean?
Like, let's say like someone in high school, right? Like the seniors, they're dating to like marry. Like they want to, like after college, they want to be together. Even like, is that too young, or is it like, do you think they're not like living their life?
Well,
Malik?
okay, I think you're never. Okay, let me not say that. I think too young to
Mhm.
be dating to marry
Mm-hmm.
is like 13.
Yeah.
Because let's not be like, oh, that's too young to be, because we all know 13-year-olds are dating. They're like,
Yeah.
it just happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like don't expect your 13-year-old girlfriend or boyfriend to be the love of your life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're going to meet so many, like that age you're in middle school.
Mhm.
You're going to go on to high school, meet a bunch of new people. And I mean, things just happen. People just naturally, like, you know, drift apart sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you're in middle school, like, you know, you don't have like relationship skills,
Yeah.
you know. And I feel like if you're expecting like the person that, you know, you just held hands with to be like your wife or your husband, I mean, just maybe, but, you know, just have in mind that, you know, things can always change.
Yeah.
You know, me personally, I feel like dating to marry is like a slippery slope, kind of, because like if you're dating someone and you're like 17, you're not gonna like if you're dating for a year, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna marry you, I'm just dating you for now, like, you know, like it's not working like that, right? But it's also not like you're gonna be the mother of my kids or the father of my kids, whatever, you know. It's just like when you're young, you're still, your brain's still developing, you're still going through life, you have experiences, you're gonna have more experiences that you haven't gone through yet, you know. So I feel like if you're dating, you're like, okay, I'm gonna marry you, you know. Like I feel like it's not like I wouldn't put like a set thing on it.
Yeah.
But I feel like after college, if you don't got nobody, like you gotta lock in, because like you gotta get old. But like if you're like in college and high school, I don't think you have to stress that much about, oh, she like blah blah blah. Like if someone has a red flag, right, and then you can be like, oh, I can't talk to them at all because blah blah blah. I can't marry someone like that. I feel like that's not valid. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if you dating like that when you're younger, you're not gonna find someone like for you, I guess. I don't know.
What do you think?
I think, honestly, for like some people, like it has worked, like that route, and for some of them it hasn't. But like, I just feel like if you like in high school, like you're a senior, I feel like if you're dating to marry and you guys like do make it all the way, I just feel like that's years just like waiting to like actually get out of school and like build your like yourselves together. And I just think it's like gonna be like a long wait also.
But it also like depends on the person. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna sound kind of weird, but like everyone needs some character development, right? So like, I mean, and this is subjective to the person, right? But like, if you're dating to marry and you've only like dated like one person in your life and you broke up with them and now you're just dating to marry, I feel like you gotta get more experiences under your belt, deal with different type of people. Like if you had like a couple of relationships, situationships, talking stages, whatever, then I feel like you're more experienced and you can point out and see things that are like right or wrong. Like I know when I first started talking to girls in like middle school, like I didn't know what I was doing at all. But now like I'm better for it and I'm like, oh, okay, like I should stay away from that. Okay, cool. You know, I just feel like it's certain knowledge that you gain from having experiences.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's true for everything, you know. With experience, you know, you get better at things. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like some people, if you have an understanding of, like, what the plan is, like, what is happening moving forward, people's relationships, they're all different. Not everyone has the exact same plan. I mean, some people could just be dating for now. Just for fun, and they both know that, and they're both okay with that. And I feel like as long as people know what it is, like, between them, and they're both on the same page, fine by me. Like, you know, it's whatever people want to do, because if two people, they're, like, 16, and they're like, okay, I want to marry you, whatever. If they're both on the same page about that, good for them.
Live your
just
life.
see how the future treats it, because people say one thing now and it could be something different like later on. Yeah. But if they're on the same page right now, then I feel like nobody should be trying to like, oh no, that's wrong or whatever. Yeah. Because it's like, just live your life.
Yeah, it's
like
your
if
life, live how you want to.
Yeah, if you're on the same page right now, just don't, and you know what both of you want for the future. If the future allows it. Good thing you had that plan. But if things don't work out, then at least you are both on the same page during the time, you know? Yeah. So, I don't know. That's what I think.
Real talk. Appreciate y'all watching this episode of things of that nature.
No. We have to be like...
Oh, yeah.
And now we're going to have the couple.
I was about to do that.
No, because you were just about to be like,
no.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Appreciate y'all for watching this segment. And now we going to talk to an actual couple at Blake and see their opinions on things that we just talked about. So, I'm going to see you. Oh, that was...
Bro, sit down. That shit was so ugly.
Boom. It's going to be like, boom. And when they're I'm going to snap again, and we're going to be back. And, like, different outfits, and it's going to be like... And the viewers going to be like...
Probably.
Bro, y'all see the
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to start, like, putting all these bloopers at the end of the video.
Yeah, honestly.
It's kind of sweet. Hey, look.
No, you know what you should do? Next time we're, like, filming with them, like, Malik snaps whatever he thinks it's going to be, like, a perfect transition. Just sit on the side. You just, like...
And then you move. And then it cut, like, a jump cut. That's what we're going to... Hey, if you're editing this, I don't know who's going to edit this. Cut it. When I snap before, cut it there. And then add the other segment.
I have to edit it.
You're editing it?
Yeah, you guys said it too.
Oh.
Okay, then.
Woo!
Okay. All right, so boom. I'll do this now. All right, chill. People right here. All right, let's go. Boy, red talk, boy.